All right, so welcome everybody to Tech Breakfast this morning. I'm sure more people will be trickling their way in because waking up is hard to do. So I know what that's all about. How many of you are here at Tech Breakfast for the first time? We have first timers? Woo! A bunch of first timers. That's great. That's good because if we didn't have first timers, this would be a club, and we don't want that to happen. So good. Welcome to Tech Breakfast. Tech Breakfast is our cool monthly showcase of cool technology and demo format, show and tell for adults, as we like to say. Although sometimes you get some kids, so maybe I shouldn't say that. So it's show and tell. Tech show and tell. This microphone is cutting out, so I may have to swap there. So the way it works, it's about the same. I'm not getting any more love on this one. The way it works is that we have 4 awesome folks demoing their cool technology. They have 7 minutes to do their thing, and 7 minutes of your awesome, woken up questions and feedback and interaction. And we got a nice one. We got a mix today. We got good stuff. We got some hardware. We got some software. We got all sorts of good stuff. So you never know. Sometimes we got robots. How many of you are here for the peeing robot we had here? That's pretty awesome. Yeah, was that cool? Exactly. It was like a lawn watering robot, but it looked like a peeing robot, let's be honest. So it's really funny, it's great. We have all sorts of great stuff, so it's cool. That's why you guys are here, to see this cool stuff. Tech Breakfast, for those of you that aren't aware, is a national event series. We're here in Austin. We've been here for over 2 years, and we actually alternate, for those of you that aren't aware, we alternate now in location between here, the fabulous Capital Factory location, and the IBM North Austin location. Kay's here actually from North Austin, so for those of you that are coming in from there, we may try to make a community. We're just experimenting with it. It's great. And the tacos are just as good and awesome. Right? So as mentioned, it's a national event series. We're here in Austin, but we're also in Boston, in New York, Philadelphia, DC, Baltimore, Columbia, Northern Virginia, Raleigh, Triangle area, and Silicon Valley. So if you ever find yourself in those communities, and there's a few other communities we're expanding to, so stay tuned. Oops, I lost my AirPlay. We're in those communities, and if you ever find yourself in those communities and you want to catch the local tech scene, there's a Tech Breakfast, odds are, in that town. So check it out, and I lost my share here. Yeah, why don't you give that, while my machine is doing a little spinny. I don't know what it's trying to do. I think it like installed like a new version of like Yosemite or something on my machine, and now it's like doing I'm doing the file vault encryption. Did anybody get that? Now it's like trying to encrypt my whole hard drive. I think it's doing it like right now. Co-working. Yeah, I know. Life was good with the Mac. I mean, that happened. So we have 4 awesome presentations for you today. Thank you, Dave. Between each 2, we do these shout-outs, which are opportunities for those of you who are standing in the dead zone. Do some shout-outs. We have some great shout-outs from some of our sponsors. Are my friends here from Lunadata here today? There you go. Hey, our titled sponsors are big supporters here. Lunadata's been a sponsor of Tech Breakfast practically since the beginning. So they'll tell you a little bit about what they're doing during the first shout-out period. We also have a bunch of other friends and sponsors. Our friends from Fish are here. See you there. And friends from, are my MSTC folks here? All right, cool. And CBRE here today. Max Point. Oh, I see. Oh, there you go, Ashley. And Microsoft. Ryan's here this morning. WorldPay. My friends are from WorldPay. All right. And Trinet. Hey, CBRE. That's right. I saw you. You were like first here in the morning. You were like, let's get this thing going at 7 o'clock. Trinet. Yes. Trinet. What did I say? CBRE? I did. And my friends here from CBRE as well? Okay, great. Good. Well, thank you. Well, cool. So we hear from them during the first round of shout-outs, and then also for those of you who are hiring, this is an opportunity for those of you who are hiring to let folks know about what you're looking for. This is for you and your company. So staffing firms on your Bill, you got a question already?
Oh, hiring.
Oh, you're hiring. Well, hold on to that, my friend. But I'm glad to know it. So I'm calling you. You'll be the first to be called out. So, and also, if you're looking for a job, this is an opportunity to do that shout out as well. We make connections. I'm always pleasantly surprised about the connections we make immediately. It's like, I'm looking for a marketing person. The marketer's like, I'm looking for a job. It's like, hey. So we do that. Then we basically do another 2 presentations, and then we do another round of shout outs for sponsors, for jobs, and for events. And we got a lot of events coming up for you and that stuff. So what Dave is showing, while my computer is probably encrypting its whole hard drive, Yep, that's what it's doing. Is the app. So this is the Tech Breakfast To Go app. It's available on Android and iPhone. And what you can see is all the Tech Breakfast events coming up and in the past. And you can see our event. Oh, we even have some beer mugs. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Those are after our events. So if you click on the Austin Tech Breakfast event, you see all the presenters for today. So for example, the first presenter is Peeple. So if you click on Peeple, you can kind of see all the information, fabulous information about our presenter, and all the more details about what they do. And if you click on that Twitter handle, you can even take photos, like you tweet, and you can take a photo, and then those photos get compiled into our photo album, which is kind of cool. There it is, ta-da, simple, easy peasy. If you go back, and this is the other thing I have for you in the app, for those of you that we released this actually during South by Southwest, but South by Southwest is like ADD for startups. It's kind of, people like are paying attention, they're not really paying attention, so you may not have noticed this. So if you scroll to the top, you see that little rate me button, which actually should say feedback. I don't like the way that says that. So scroll all the way up, my friend. Oh, sorry, go back into Peeple or Peepsqueeze. There you go, click one of those, and then click on that rate button. And this is a way for you to provide feedback back to the presenters, because they're here to get your feedback, whether it's on their idea or their business or customers or whatever. And you may give that feedback here. So what he's showing you is that we have this bagel rating system. So on a scale of 1 to 5 bagels, oh, that's the other thing. So usually Tech Breakfast, everywhere except for Austin, Tech Breakfast, we do bagels and coffee. But we did that once here, and I swear we were going to get shot. So we're like, Tech Breakfast in Austin is breakfast tacos, right? But we can't do breakfast tacos anywhere else. If you try to do breakfast tacos in New York, they're like, huh? It's like a bagel in the shape of a taco. It doesn't work. So anyway, you can give a rating, scale of 1 to 5 bagels, what you think of the idea. You can put your comments in there, and that feedback goes back to the presenters. It's not Yelp, so they'll get the feedback. So that's everything pretty much in a nutshell. You guys are here, so let's get the show going. And let's start with our friends from Peeple. All right, they have a real show and tell. So we got a podium up here, so it'll make it a little bit easier to show what you're doing. And you guys, I actually need to plug in, right? Yeah, plug in. Okay. Rust. I have buffalo shoulder in my head.
Good morning. Who out here has kids?
Hey!
How many of you have kids that woke you up twice last night? Right here.
Screaming or not screaming?
I'm not going to tell you why. Later on I'll tell you why. It's very funny, but it's very male. My name is Chris, and I'm going to introduce you to Peeple. Now, that's P-E-E-P-L-E. So this is my front door. That's the kid that woke me up last night. And my older kid, when he was a little kid, about 3 years old, walked out of the house, and I had no idea he left. The neighbor brought him back. But being an inventor tinker, I said, I want to be able to figure out, when this happens. I wanted to keep track of my front door. And we made a few prototypes, and we realized something. Your front door is a blind spot. You really have no idea if someone comes to your door, whether you're home or not. It seemed really stupid to me, because if someone calls you on the phone, you have caller ID, and you wouldn't buy a phone today if it didn't have caller ID. But if someone comes to your house right now, you have no idea. And I also needed it to be able to keep track of when the door opened and closed, so it also fits like when you make a call, you also see when you made a call out or whatever. So the idea is Peeple is caller ID for your home. Now, how does it work? So Craig right here is my partner, one of my partners, and he has our little mini door, the door for ants. And the way it works is this is the inside of your door. You're looking at the inside now. It looks through the window or a peephole on your door. When someone knocks, it takes a picture, and it'll send that to the cloud. And when you can open up the app, you'll get a notification Think of it like a doorbell in your pocket. You'll get a notification, you can open up the app, and you can see who's at your door, no matter where you are. Here's some examples of it working. For like grocery delivery, which is big in San Francisco, by the way. Service people. Now, a lot of people say, well, no one comes to my house, and I have an answer for that. Well, how would you know? You would be surprised if you stay home sick how many times people like this come to your house. If you have people working at your house for cleaning your house, things like that, you can keep track of when they come in and go. I'm going to step over here. For latchkey kids, like I will have soon, high school kids that let themselves in, you'll know when they get home. It's great on Halloween. If you, one of the #1 uses we found during field testing was screening. So you probably didn't think about this, but lots of times you don't want that person on the other side of the door to know you're even there. And tiptoeing to the door is not a solution. So you can open up the app, see this guy, be in the back of the house, he'll never even know you're home. Now if you do want to open the door, you can. Now another cool thing about software is once you have this on the cloud and once you have these images, and I'm a computer graphics guy, my background is in computer graphics, is you can do what I call unwrapping the fisheye. So now we can take that image and we can do all sorts of stuff with it. We can Instagram it, we can tweet it, whatever your heart desires. So to summarize, if you have a door and you have a smartphone, then you are a customer. Now, did you show the app? So we took I do demos, or I like to do demos. So this is as close to the demo you're going to get. So about 5 minutes before this presentation, Craig knocked on it, and this is what it looks like. This is just a single image for demonstration purposes, but it'll be more like a video or a little stop motion thing. Cheese. And if you want to see it in action, you can go to our Kickstarter. We launched 2 days ago. On the Kickstarter page, you can see a video. You can also see a GIF image of the actual app, as well as all our latest updates, and you can get yours now, priced from $99 to $150, depending on if you're an early bird, what accessories you get, things like that. Also, did anyone see the news last night? I missed it. Okay. Apparently we were on KI last night, but I missed it. Which is the story of my life.
It's appropriate.
Yeah.
KI.
Very good. So this is more of a competitive landscape where we fit. Right now there are some solutions for doorbells, but we are the first internal looking through the people type solution. This is not a type of solution that's going to get vandalized or stolen. And most importantly, people don't know that you are controlling, what's being taken. When people have a doorbell or ring, they see it and they can avoid it. With this, they can't. Now, another important thing to mention is the do-it-yourself home security market is a new market, which we think is going to be huge. Now, renters are completely ignored. We actually met some renters at South by Southwest, and we said, hey, they said, we love this, we'd love to have it, but I rent. So there's a block in people's head, and I was like, well, why can't you have this? There's no reason why you can't, because all people's, they just unscrew. You could even put this on a hotel room. Another important thing to notice is that there are a lot of people renting, and this is just the US. Worldwide, obviously, there are a lot of people who live in these scenarios where they have a peephole or a door. Now, why do I mention this? As you probably know, in Texas, peepholes or windows on doors are required by law. This is not just Texas, this is all over the US. So it was born here at Capital Factory. We won a hackathon, an Angel Hack hackathon about 2 years ago. Angel Hack sort of imploded back then, but now they're good again, apparently. And it took us a good year to get it to this state to where it was simple. The first version of it had everything. Doorbell, motion, all this extra stuff. And the real part of making a product is taking an idea that's too big and shrinking it down to something that's simple and actually solves the problem you're looking at. And that took a long time to get to. We actually field tested this. We were in San Francisco for 4 months at the Accelerator Highway 1. We actually put it in people's houses and got their feedback. People even who had ADT were still able to use this, so it supplements current security systems instead of replacing. That's why we call it securiosity. It's not really a security system. We will never make a device that actually calls the cops on you. I'm against ever calling the cops automatically on you, because you never know what's in your own house. But you, I'll leave it there. But you should have the control over things like this. Automatic cop calling is something I'm kind of scared of. But we are, getting back on topic, we are big believers in field tests. So we learned what exactly to do with this from our users. You have to listen to them, and they will steer you in directions you might not have been prepared to go. This is our team. My name is Chris. David, who's not here, does a lot of the graphics, industrial design, and Craig is Mr. Hardware. So if you have any hardware questions, hit him up. And he also has hardware orbiting the Earth right now. That's pretty cool. And that's it. So you can find us at peeple.io. You can contact me here, and please check out our Kickstarter.
All right, good job. Good job, Emma. So from what I recall, because you actually did this with us, we were doing the hackathon, not the hackathon, the Internet of Things meetup at South by Southwest. Like the way it actually works is that when you knock on the door, or open the door, it just turns on, and it streams a bunch of images or video to Essentials, and then you basically look at that on your mobile device or whatever, and you can see that pretty much instantly. Is that
got it.
Hey!
You win the prize.
Hey, I just stole it. So that's pretty cool. So we got a bunch of questions. So let's start with Kay.
Just one question. Can you talk about the use case of like a kid leaving or coming in as opposed to like
the knock? Yeah, so right now I have one of these hooked up on my house, and I can open up right now and I can show you my kids leaving for school. Now, there's a couple things you want to do when you have this set up for opening and closing. The first thing I do is I turn off notifications on that case. And you can also say I don't necessarily need the pictures, but I still want it logged. So I can tell when the door opens. You can tell the difference between a knock and a door open or close. And that's the big thing, because what we did is we bought a bunch of knock sensors, we deconstructed them, we looked at what there was in them, and surprisingly, they're the same accelerometers that are in your phones. You know, there's nothing much to it, and that's great because that means they're super cheap, because people are making millions of them. We had to add a little more hardware to be able to tell the difference between that and this, because a slow motion does not trigger the same as a knock does.
So let me ask you a question. So obviously, one of the things you mentioned is that the law, which basically requires the peephole in the door. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually kind of curious, because you still have the peephole, but then I'm wondering what does the state think about this effectively? You can't actually look through the peephole anymore with your eye. Oh, you can't. Oh, I
so anytime you want to look through, you just snap it off and look.
Ah, okay.
So and it's also a rechargeable battery. That's the next question. Okay. And so you in 6 months or so, depending on how popular you are, you can just plug this back in. And right now it's magnet, but I'm thinking we'll switch to screw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to answer that question real fast. All right. So Ben.
Doorbell. What if I ring the
That's
doorbell?
the next big question. Now, I'm of two minds of this. Now, we're going to have to ease people into this, so I'll start with the easy answer, accessories. We'll add some kind of easy switch accessory, but the bigger answer to that is, why do you need a doorbell? The whole idea of having doorbells was to make a louder noise so you could hear it anywhere you were. You essentially have the doorbell in your pocket now. So the idea would be any kind of activity at your door would trigger your pocket thing or an accessory door chime. You know, so the idea would be you don't need the doorbell anymore. Yeah.
What do you do? Put a sign over the doorbell? Don't ring? No.
Well, I actually just took mine off. Well, here's the thing. When you have a doorbell, people still knock. That's the truth. And especially delivery guys. They refuse to use doorbells because they want to bang the crap out of your door. You know, have you noticed this? Yeah. And kids, I've learned, They have to be sort of trained to use a doorbell. But the good news with kids is once they're trained to use a doorbell, they'll hit it 20 times. But by nature, they will naturally just go up and bang on the door. We're somehow trained to do that, but we have to be taught to learn how to push a button.
So I have a question about the person on the other side of the door, and it goes to this point, and that's, is there any way for you to give them feedback that they've been heard? I think we've all been to the doorbell and you press it, and you can't really tell if, you can't hear it, you don't know if the doorbell's working, you kind of rely on the dog to bark to let you know that at least the person inside. So is there any kind of feedback that would say the guy knocks once and then scrams instead of standing there for 2 minutes?
Right, so one of the accessory ideas, or at least version 2, is to make it a prettier package. And part of making it a prettier package, although I do think it's gorgeous right now, but to be able to put some more indicators on the front, all right? And a little LED or flash or anything to say, hey, I got you, would be enough.
Good stuff. Yes, Bill.
Not that I'm in an unsafe neighborhood, but I am in a mischievous neighborhood. What if someone just takes that?
It's on the inside of your house. So I get this question a lot too. So this is on the inside, and this is the outside. I got this exact question. I did Hardware Battlefield in January, and this really smart lady, that's the first thing she asked, and the other VCs just slammed her. And I was like, come on, I'm not explaining this well. This is the outside, this is the inside. So that's a big differentiator between the other IoT stuff.
That's why when I was asking about actually looking at the people and as we removed it, I was like, oh, got it. Got it. Okay, cool. Was there another question back there? Yes.
I like your brand name, Peeple.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, how's it working out for you on SEO, for people trying to find the product?
Well, we are the spell check nightmare. Anytime you type people, it automatically changes it to people. So the trick to that is capitalizing. Now, we were Peep. We used to be called Peep. I did not trademark that in time.
It's got different.
And that's really porny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there is a company called Peep now in San Francisco. They're making an Instagram clone. They bought peep.com, and the SEO is still porn for them. So we've avoided it. The only thing, if you do a search on people, we come up first, and then it's that bad movie called The Peoples, and that's about it right now.
So I got 2 more things we got to wrap up here. So first thing is that, is there any law or requirement that you have to tell people that they're being on camera, or does this qualify to say that you're being recorded, basically?
No. So far we've been lucky because you are not, that's another one of the differentiators. Drop cam takes pictures inside your house. That's kind of intrusive. Whether you're naked or not, it's still going to take pictures. This is always pointing out your front door, and that's a public domain space. So you're okay. Now, depending on things like hotels or apartments or things like that, there might be more rules there. But for everything I've researched says that anything outside your door, it's okay to take pictures because it's okay to take pictures on the street.
Okay. And then finally, I'm kind of curious about that story.
Which one?
The waking up.
Oh, come on.
Maybe not then. Okay, well in that case, we'll leave it at that. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up. So good job. It'll be here, and I guess he's got the act, so... Does anyone say anything? All right, good job. Okay, good. So let's keep things going and growing. Yeah, we got a bunch of great stuff for you. So we're going to follow people with Peepsqueeze. Swear to goodness, that was a total coincidental thing. Or maybe my system's alphabetizing you guys or something. I got something subliminal. So it's like, if you can't get enough of the people and the peeps, we got something for you here. All right, so you good? Let me get them. Okay. Are we up? Oh yeah, switch you. Yeah, switch you. It's just because you. Persona. My mom does it every time she sees this. Okay, so I gotta switch your source here. Okay, great. All right, so digging. Yeah, that's good. You're on. Ready to go? Sure.
Hi, hello, my name is Dagan. I'm with Peepsqueeze. We launched during South by Southwest. We were in the accelerator program. I'll first start by saying the problem with these days is every one of you right now took some video on your phone and it's just sitting there. You kind of know what to do with all your pictures, but with your videos, they're just a piece of what the story was. And so you're not quite sure, do you post it? Do you try to get with your friends? And that recorded also their videos and edit. Nobody loves to edit. I hate editing. You'll never find someone that goes, ooh, send all your videos to me in whatever formats and time links you have, and I will put them all together. And the reason why is those three at the bottom. Time, money, resources. We want all three of those things. I know I want all three of those things. So solution was basically, and we're going to use skiing as an example, is that if you're out skiing or doing any social activity with friends, whether you're at the top on the lift, you're going to take some video. At the top of the mountain, we all do the landscape pictures and the selfies. Sometime when we're skiing halfway down the mountain, we take a picture. If one of our buddies falls over, we definitely pull out the camera and take pictures or video. And then at the bottom of the hill, what's the first thing you do? If you're the first one down at the bottom of the hill, you turn around and film your buddies coming down, and someone will do like the hockey slide or whatnot. So if by 4 o'clock at the end of the day, you're at the happy hour bar at the bottom of the hill, all these videos that you and your friends all recorded as you went up and down the mountain are all stitched together and put together for you into one montage video. No work on your part or your friend's part. So what you basically do, these are the app is live on iPhone and Android. But what you basically do is when you sign in, you record in 20 seconds or less a video. Then you just create the quick invite, which is the same as your Outlook invite, a calendar invite, a Gmail calendar invite, Facebook invite. Same process, just the basic simple facts so that when you invite your friends, they know what to do with it. And then it collects the videos. And then up here you'll see that, I don't know if you can see from the other screens, but this person, Aaron Paul, sees who's contributed and that they can now contribute themselves. And so after Aaron contributes, his picture now on the bottom one is now appeared. So the next guy, Mohammed, can sit there and add his picture. And so, his video. And so as you're uploading, everyone's uploading their videos and it's just time-stamped in order. So here's, I'm gonna do a quick demo. Hopefully it works.
Happy birthday from Aruba.
This will be the result of what you get.
They miss you so much.
She's in Aruba.
Ciao. Happy birthday.
And then you'll see that it just clicks right over to the next person.
Happy birthday, Erica. And look who's here.
Happy birthday, Erica.
And so it'll just go through all the videos as people are recording. If everyone doesn't record, that's fine. The app still goes out. I mean, the video still goes out. So I'm going to mute this for
Long-Bake Bicycle Club are going to say happy birthday to you. No, they're not. They've never heard of you. Happy birthday.
This is, actually, this is our co-founder in Cape Town. But only because I can't run both of them or have sound. I can't seem to mute that one. But
Besides, he's a movie star.
yeah, I know, right? He loves acting. So this is running through a demo of basically what I talked about of when you're doing one. So this is for you when you're creating, and this is the recipient that sees their video. I didn't want you to have to hear it all over again, so. But yeah, you do record it in 20 seconds or less. The reason 20 seconds is because it needs to be quick and relevant, not only for the person who's recording. If right now you try to record on your phone, after about 20 seconds, you start rambling or start doing trying to think of what next to say. Also, for the people watching the video, we don't want you to go on a diatribe or soliloquy. So we want you to be quick and relevant so that if you get 9 or 10 friends, which is a good number of people, it's under 3 minutes. Which we all know in this ADD world, any video longer than 2 or 3 minutes is kind of too long. But, thinking about left anything out. That's basically the setup. Really, other than that, that's about it. But I know some of the questions will be asked is, what can we use this for? And you're starting to think of different options. Of course, anything down the Hallmark aisle that you can think of. But of course, not just that. There's 1,000 other ways to use this in the B2C arena. Some of the biggest viral hits on YouTube in the last couple of years. People, like Happy, the video there where everyone was recording videos of them doing a happy song from across the globe. You can use that at festivals, all your traveling, bar hopping down on 6th Street, and creating your own videos, like some of these were created for YouTube and Vine. And then there's the different B2B use cases, from Ice Bucket Challenge to all the different events you can do with businesses running marketing campaigns, political activism. And other than that, how much time?
Like 30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay.
I think that Peepsqueeze?
Yeah.
Peepsqueeze.
Now message. This is our commercial we do with ourselves. That's what we're putting up.
That's good. I love it.
Just to make that
Alright, so let's talk a little about this. So basically, it looks like the primary use case, because when you're talking about the 20 seconds and the no soliloquy and the blah blah blah, like it seems to be like you're talking to the phone, right? Basically, so it's a situation where your greetings or messages or whatever. But are there other situations where maybe you're trying to show, like you're talking about, like you're talking about some social issues, right? So, like, I live in Baltimore. There's some stuff out there that's happened that might take a little more than 20 seconds, but you might want to compile it. So it's a slightly different use case. So have you thought about other things where maybe like you're at a concert, you're at a show, and you have all these people like taking those things, but those things might be more than 20 seconds?
Yeah, and what you can do, you can always upload from your gallery. So it can be a pre-existing video, but you can also add more video. The best thing we try to tell people is just at least try to alternate so it just doesn't keep going. But I was at the Texas Rodeo and Fair here in Austin, and every ride my 4-year-old went on, I was recording like 10 or 15 seconds. I did a few, but my wife tried to do every damn ride. So what happened was I was just uploading them on our app, and so every 10 seconds it showed a montage of him on each and every ride, which I just had to post one time on Facebook. We all have those friends that you post 30 pictures throughout the day or videos of your trip in Hawaii and all that. Here, you don't have to do that. You can just do one video and show all your friends and not make them hate you for doing that to them all day.
So that's good. Okay, cool. So, I'm looking for questions here. I got another one for you. So, there's another really interesting scenario. So, somebody had basically done something similar, but for sports events, where basically they were taking pictures of their kid, soccer or hockey or whatever, and they were compiling all of the shots from all the different families together, and they were trying to do it for like coaching or something. I forget what somebody was trying to do for that sort of thing. Have you thought about sort of that sort of whole of extracurricular athletic
it's specifically for that with our target market. Of course, millennials, you're targeting them. Teenagers are always a great market, but our target demo is actually out of the family unit, the mom, because the mom is pre-planning. Women would pre-plan. Men, we just show up wherever we want to go. So women and moms do all that, and they also are recording for their kids. And so, yeah, our whole demo is to do not only if me and the boys are going to an NBA game, but also if the moms and dads are recording the kids' soccer games. The kid scores a soccer goal, and you're like, oh, damn, I just stopped recording right before that. But the mom next to you recorded it. And all you have to do is say, hey, if you don't have her number, you just ask her for email, or if she's on your Facebook, you can invite her through either way, just in 5 seconds. And then she can upload that from her gallery. So you can literally go around and get videos from all the moms and dads at a kid's soccer game. So it's great for that.
Cool, so I got...
really quick ones. What if you have your person that likes a still? Is the first question. Then second question is, if somebody happens to do 50 seconds of video, what do you do with it?
Well, on the app, if you're using it from the app, so am I talking too loud? I can't tell. If you're recording from the app, it will only allow you to go max 20 seconds. If you record it through your phone first, you will be able to crop it to whatever 20 seconds you want, and then you can always upload the remainder of the video after that.
Actually, that's what I was thinking about stills, but you don't do photos.
Oh, still
video only, right?
No, the basic thing is we're trying to basically keep it simple, stupid. Keep it just on videos and not make it all complicated. Now, the cool thing is, once you get a link of this final video and what you see, is it playing? Oh. You know, I could just play the demo.
Yeah. Let's do that.
But when you get the hey, what was I just saying? The video. When you get the link of the video at the end, the recipient gets a video, a complete montage video. When that person gets that video montage, they can then download that and keep that. And if they keep that video, once they get the downloadable video, you can do whatever you want with it. You can edit it, you can add music, you can change the order, you can do all that. Now there's plenty of video editing platforms out there, but you still have to be part of the editing process. And we're trying to prevent that from happening because no one likes doing that. So we're about collecting and connecting all the videos. That's our niche. That's what we do. That's the hardest part of editing. Not putting them together, it's collecting them from all your friends in the different formats and the different ways. And some recorded in horizontal, some of them recorded in vertical, some did 5, some did 10. We take all that out of the equation, do all the work for you. You get that final video. You can then send it to a professional editor, or you can edit yourself and do all those extra things you want. Right now, we might have a pro version or an upgrade where you can do some of those things, but right now, it's all about having that ease of connecting your friends' videos through the phone. That's the hard part.
So do you want to show something? We got about a minute left.
No, I mean, I was just going to play no, I'm good.
Okay. All right, so any other final questions? All right, good job.
And it's free to download, so please download it today if you can.
I was actually gonna ask you about that business model. Is there a business model?
Well, yeah, when you get the final video, it's just a link, and in the near future, we're not going to hold on to it. It'll disappear. But the object is, if you want to keep it as a memento or download it and edit it and do things, that's the $1.99 in-app purchase. And then we'll have other purchases, but that's the big one.
All right, good job. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, good. So this brings us to the first round of shout-outs. So we got a bunch of shout-outs for you. Our friends from Luna Data, our friends from Trinet, and all the good folks that are here. Fish. So let's start with Luna, and we'll kind of work our way around.
Hello, I'm Elena from Luna Data Solutions. We are a high-tech recruiting firm here in Austin. So if you are looking to be hired or you're looking to hire, come see us afterwards. This is Alexa as well. We're both from Luna. So we're one of the sponsors here for Tech Breakfast and happy to be so. So welcome. Thanks.
All right, great. Our friends from Fish. All right, friends from Fish.
Hi everyone, my name is Heather. I'm from Fish and Richardson, the Austin office. I'm here with my colleague Emma Brown. We're an intellectual property law firm. We have 11 offices in the U.S. and over 400 attorneys and technology specialists in all different areas. We help companies from startups to Fortune 50 companies protect their intellectual property. And we'll be here. If you have any questions, please come and see us.
All right, thanks.
Jessica with Trinet, payroll and benefits as well as compliance for startups. If you have any questions, come see me after.
All right, that sounds good. Very good.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm a product manager at MaxPoint. We're an advertising technology company. We do big data kind of analysis and real-time advertising bidding. So there's a lot of interesting technology going on there. So if you have any questions, either ask me or Ashley, our recruiter, and we'd be happy to talk about it.
Awesome, great.
Get up, stand up,
Oh, oops, forgot to have Molly's before. Get up, stand up. My friends are from Sergey. Yeah, actually, turn on mute. Thank you. All right, there's also my friends here from Microsoft. Ryan Joyce usually shows up here. He's a cool guy. You should definitely have him. He's your local evangelist here. My friends here from WorldPay. All right. Or from the UT MSTC program. Okay. All right. Well, check them out. They're awesome people. They're supporting Tech Breakfast. That's all that matters. Yes. All right, so let's do an open round of hiring shout-outs. So for those of you who are hiring for yourselves, if you're a recruiter, talk to Luna. So if you're hiring for yourself, we're always looking. Yes, Ashley, you got more.
Hi, Max Point's always looking for great software engineers. So if you know anyone, back-end, front-end, QA, we're always looking. Excuse me. And we're also looking for tech recruiters and recruiting coordinators. So if you know anyone.
Awesome, perfect. Cool. Anybody else hiring or looking? Okay, over here, Bill. That's right. I should have said it. Calling you first, didn't I?
That's okay. That's okay. I hope this doesn't cut out. Go to socialcare.com. We're a healthcare IT firm in stealth mode. Right at the top, you'll find 2 job discussions. We're really immediately hiring there. That's senior Java developers, front end, and business rules, and a regular Java, same thing.
All right, good. And that's what's the name of the company?
Socialcare.com.
Social Care. There you go. All right. That's the microphone's trying to problem. Okay, anybody else? Yes, Arjun.
Looking. Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm Arjun Srinivasan, and I'm looking for an opportunity in either business development, partnerships, or product management strategy. I've got a background in all those areas in technology. Thank you.
All right, good. I'm just looking at my audio situation here. Yes, and she's with me. All right, yeah, I'm having some. This microphone's there, just not cooperating. All right, yes, over here.
Hi, my name's Stephen Gezel. I do IT strategy and execution, as well as business management and strategy in that space as well. Strong background in project management as well as infrastructure.
All right, good stuff. Okay, cool. So a couple people. Anybody else looking or hiring? All righty then. Okay. The Messiah sponsors. All right. Well then, let's keep the show going. And now we have our friends from oh yes, Sergey. Yeah. Friends from Connections.vc. All right. And you're on your phone, right?
Yes.
Let's try this mic. Are you trying to do something cool with your little device? Yeah. Oh, your GoPro.
Check my mistakes.
Okay, good.
Sorry, it's still about me.
Are you on?
Oh, yeah.
Good morning. My name is Sergey, S-E-R-G-E-Y, and I'm from Russia. So До свидания. Just 5 seconds of my presentation. До свидания is goodbye. Yeah.
What's hello?
Здравствуйте, привет. So it's more short. Yeah. So I have a so strong Russian accent, so judge me strictly. And yeah, I believe in about brief information about me. I believe in Boston since September last year, since September 2014, and purpose of my visit is education. I studied at a language school, and I want to improve my fabulous English. And after that, apply to a business school for an MBA program. So it's about me, sorry. And also, I have a team and we develop mobile apps. And right now, we are focusing on our current project, and I'm happy to share this project with you guys today. It's not Google. Name of our project is Connections. Our website, Connections.vc. The most typical situation after each event, this one. You have a stack of business cards, you have a bench of business cards, and one question. Who are these people? And there are two ways. You can put this business card to somewhere and forget about them, or just throw them away. But when you throw them away, you throw your opportunities, because these people could be useful for you, and you could be useful for these people. But you forget a conversation context. That's why we built a mobile app that allows you to take a photo of business card, and while it's analyzing information, you can make notes about details of your conversation. So next time when you want to call to email someone, you will know a conversation context and probably be more productive. So it depends on you. And I want to share how does it work. It's Connections. It's available on the App Store, it's available on Google Play, it's available everywhere. Oh yeah, it's interface. Connections is your familiar address book, so you can see all your contacts. If you use iPhone, it's your iCloud contacts. If you use Android phone, it's your Google contacts, and etc. And what can I do? For example, oh, she's from Russia. And you can call, for example, to here. Cancel. And after each conversation, you can swipe here on notes and make notes about the details of your conversation. For example, it was blah blah blah. It was blah blah blah, and it was mobile call. It was call. Oh.
Gave your voice.
Oh yeah.
I hope that's bad Russian.
She isn't a spy. And also you can add a new node. So, but it's boring. More interesting project is this one. I met Jessica maybe 30 minutes ago at this event, and if you don't mind, I want to use your business card. Yeah, you can tap here on add new contacts, and you can add new contacts by taking a photo of business cards or scanning QR code. No, for example, the first one is taking a photo. Okay, and while it's analyzing information, you can make notes about details of your conversation. Make a note. It was a TechBreakfast. Sorry.
Something like that.
No, something like that, yeah. And also you can use tags. And with tags you can categorize your contacts by events where you have met them, by skills, by experience, and etc. For example, finance. And after that you can use these keywords to categorize your contacts. It was meeting. And you can see this nodes. After that, you can see tags, for example, and search this lady. Yeah, test version. You can see Jessica. You can see information from these business cards, Trinidad regional sales consultant. So all information from these business cards, tax, finance, and all mobile phones, all numbers. And see this node. So it's a more interesting project. And right now we are working on a new version of this app, and this new version is here. That's Connections. And you can see all your nodes in one place. You can see reasons of your contacts. You can see favorites and etc. So, and all information is synchronized with your address book. So if you open your phone book, you can find this Jessica as well. Here. So that's all. Thank you very much. And I have one person. Yes. And it's how does it work? And we know that something is already existing. So there are many apps that do the same. But we want to give you, as our users, a very convenient way to make these nodes. Because right now, yeah, you have to type. I spoke with, for example, with Sergey about marketing, finance, and etc. And you can make long sentences like Shakespeare, for example. But we want to give you a really convenient way. And we are working on new features that allows you to memorize conversation contexts in 3-5 seconds, because you have only maybe 5-7 seconds to memorize conversation context at this event, because you can speak with me right now, and after that you can switch our conversation to speak with another guy. And we want to give you really 5 seconds to memorize a conversation context, the details of our conversation in 5 seconds. So we are working on this feature. What do you need? One word: feedback. And if you go to our website, you can see another additional information about our project. And you can download this app on App Store, Google Play, and everywhere in this universe. And give us feedback. I have only one question: what I shall to do to make you use it every day? You can think about this app as your app for you. If you give me feedback, we can implement these features in 2 weeks. My name is Sergey. Thank you very much. Peace from Russia.
So it's pretty cool. I gotta say, so like the hidden feature was of course the OCR on the business card. So basically, that was I'm taking it that was a live demo that was not canned. That the information, you took the photo and it OCR'd that pretty much when you were talking, or was that pre-entered? No.
No, it was our part.
That was pretty cool. I know. I'm like somebody give me another card. No. So that's pretty cool because the OCR features are pretty. They don't always work, and I think there's two interesting things. But anyway, yes, Jessica's got a question now. Now that you're in her phone book, or she's in your phone book.
Can you show the sharing feature that you showed me earlier? Because that's really, really awesome.
Yeah, I can. And for example, I opened your contract, and you can share this data with QR code, for example. And if you scan this QR code, you will receive all this information. All this information. So you receive in less than 1 second because it's QR. And if our old version is our test version, and you can see, for example, you can add Jessica as favorite contact right here. Bam, and see Jessica here at the top of the list. Oh, something like that. Also you can add new photos, for example. Camera. I'm sorry, guys. I want to take photo with you.
That'll be just.
And you can add new photos here. For example, if you have a piece of paper and business plan, or on this piece of paper, you can take a photo of this business plan and add this business plan to these contracts. So something like that.
Thank you for the. I have a question to ask you. Do you have like connections that automatically go, like everybody's on LinkedIn in here, but they may be on Plaxo and Facebook and other things like. I mean, a lot of the stuff you do can automatically be uploaded from social media sites, and that would probably be a really good idea to have. So if I just have an email address and a name, so it's just because.
Yes.
Yay.
I expect this question, and I want to show you one.
Is a check in the mail?
Yes. Sorry.
Next release.
Screens, yeah. I can show you one mock-up, and we want to implement these features, and maybe in 3 weeks from now, maybe in 2 weeks from now. And when you take a photo of these business cards, and we search my profile and a profile of the person, a profile of my interlocutor on social networks, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and include these social profiles into your address book. And also, if we find you on LinkedIn, we can include photo from LinkedIn into your contact book. So this information you will receive from business card, from this piece of paper. Facebook, Twitter, photo.
That's pretty neat. So basically, just scan the business card, and then you're actually going to go in the back, and you're going to search all the social networks. Hopefully, they'll make a as close of a match as possible, and then you're going to automatically find their LinkedIn and the Facebook and the Google Plus and the Twitter profiles just from the information on the business card.
Yeah. Yes.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's the good part.
See, I was even one step further than yours. You're saying actually put in their information, but if you just take. Don't that your thing?
Pulling it out
Well, then good. You guys are on the same wavelength. This works. I really like a couple features. I also love the searchable line, the hashtags. And you're saying this is ready right now, also on Android, so Android and the same functionality and features. Pretty cool.
Roughly the same.
So let me also ask you. So when I collect cards, which is a ridiculous amount, I try to follow up them as quickly as possible, and I throw them away. having them in my personal phone book is kind of useful, but not totally useful. What I really want is want to push them into a to a CRM system or to something else. And so have you, like, I'm sure, Jessica, when you're out there networking, it's not that you really want to call people at, like, 10 p.m. at night. You really want to follow up with them for business purposes. So have you developed links with, like, Salesforce and blah, blah, blah?
It's a part of our monetization model.
Okay, so that's
Yes.
the premium. Like, so there's a premium version of this. This is a freemium model, basically.
Answer to your question.
Ah, man, I'm so good. All right, Jeff.
I actually have a follow-up question to that because everybody changes their phones, right? And your SIM card will never carry everything. So the ability to be anywhere and access that contact of somebody that you knew 5 years ago would be pretty awesome. Because you can't do that.
Yeah. Our core feature isn't making notes because it's not interesting. It's stupid. Our core feature because it doesn't matter what you have, a stack of paper business cards or a myriad of electronic notes in your mobile phone. It doesn't matter. And our goal is to give you an instrument that allows you to answer two questions. What does it mean? Who can help me with my specific problem right now? Who can help me with marketing in New York? Who can help me with finance in Austin? Who can help me with my specific problem right now among my current contacts? You can get the answer on this question in 2 seconds by search, because our innovation is in the flexible search engine. That's our goal. Isn't taking photos. Taking photos is stupid. Answer to the questions.
Good stuff. All right, any final questions? Okay, one final, Arjun. We'll move on to the next one.
Sergey, it's a nice presentation. Yes. So I got a couple of quick questions here. What's your competition look like?
Competition or competitors?
Competitors. Yeah.
Competitors. There are a million of them. Really. One of them Game Card, another maybe Evernote, and yes. I didn't include this information in my presentation because I have restrictions with number of slides, and we have several categories of computers, card readers, contact management systems, and etc. We have a myriad of them. But there is no total solution on the market, like Google for search, for example. And that's why we ask ourselves, why? And we are focused on give you a convenience way to memorize conversation contacts in 3-5 seconds. This is our goal.
Nice. Okay. Got it. Just one point on your feedback. You wanted some feedback on how to get people to use this product more frequently. One option is to mash up a events website, an events product, so that people have access to events that they can go to locally that are, like an Eventbrite. That's an option.
We are working on it.
Okay, then Lauren, I'll make your last one. Yeah.
Thank you. I love this. It was awesome, and I love cam cards. So I want you to tell me exactly what you're going to do different and I would love to help you out and try it out and see what I can do to spread that word. Because cam card, I go to meetings all the time, and I see people holding their business cards, and they still have this old-fashioned folder to put it in, and nobody knows about that. So I want to make sure that we get that word out. And if you're saying that you can consolidate a conversation, I'm in.
It's very easy. 3 points. The first is connection. It's you could use only one app, because right now you can use cam card. After that you can use your phone book. You use 2 apps. Right now you can use Connections, because Connections is your phone book. It's the first time. You use only one app. The second, it's a really beautiful interface. It's you saw this interface. And the second is our convenient way. Do what does game card, but in 3-5 seconds and in really convenient way. And you use only one app. Did I answer to your question?
Yeah, I want to try it. I want to check it out.
Connections.vc.
I'm just thinking of the craziest little mashup of the first 3 presentations today. Like, you knock on the door, you put your business card up to the door, you can sync to your phone, and then basically you do a little dance, and we compile all of them together into one big Peepsqueeze. Man, I'm seeing it. You thought there wasn't a thing today, but there was a thing. All right. Okay, one final thing, Sergey? Yes. Yeah.
Feedback you can share on our website. You can see links and blah blah blah. And also my personal email, Sergey, SERGI @site Connections.vc. From Russia is love.
There you go, thank you. Cool stuff. And of course, all this information's in our app as well, so there you go. That's true. We'll put your business card right up. Okay, good job. So yes, okay, good. So now, as we're plugging our last and final presentation, our friends from PrettySmartHomes, this will do our final round of shout-outs. So while we're getting up there, we're going to do shout-outs. If I missed you on the job shout-outs, if I missed you on the sponsor shout-outs, and now we got events. So Bill, you got something?
Yeah. Obviously, every month. The other event that's sort of like this, except we move up into the area of people who are already established businesses in that up ramp, as well as have lightning talks like the one you're going to just see and the one that they did. This one will be Drilling Info, which is a company that has helped not only collected big data, collected seismic data, et cetera, and is helping the U.S. become self-sufficient in the oil area, oil and gas. Alan Gilmer, their CEO, our speaker, and as our lightning talk, a company that's on the other side. This is in the development of oil reservoirs, but on the other side, monitoring them with equipment in the ground, real-time sensing. We'll have Panos Adamopoulos from Seismos. That will be Friday the 26th, and it's at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Will there be breakfast tacos?
It's a breakfast, and I'm handing out these things. They're also back there.
Sounds great. Okay, good. All right. So we got some more events. Anybody here raising money? Anybody here raising money, making money? Anybody here making money? Anybody here going to give away any money? Okay. Quiet crowd. Well, if you're looking to raise money, if you're in the middle of it, we do run a bunch of Ask a VC events. We're going to be bringing it here to Austin later this year. But if you're impatient and you need the money now, we have a big yes. Our next Ask a VC event is in San Francisco on June 4th. It's totally worth it because we got 500 startups. We got 11 other really awesome investors are coming. And the difference between Ask a VC and TechBreakfast is that instead of the demoers and people up here being tech companies, it's the investors. So they come up here, we do a first panel of 5 investors or 6 investors. They're awesome. Spark Capital, GGV, these guys are awesome. And it's Ask Me Anything format. So literally it's Ask Me Anything. You can say, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Although you should know because we served it. But you can ask anything. It could be like, do you invest in companies that have revenue? Do you only invest in companies that have Silicon Valley? Which is actually a really good question because a lot of them do. There's a lot of that weirdness about that. Do you invest in hardware companies? And so it's all Ask Me Anything. It goes for half an hour. And then after that panel, we do this thing called the lightning round. So when you come in, you sign in, you put your name on the list, you put your name on a big spinning wheel, virtual spinning wheel. We spin the wheel, tick, 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 lands in your name. You get 1 minute to do an elevator pitch. No slides, just you and the mic. And then the panel that was just up here has 2 minutes to give you their feedback. It's not a Shark Tank, just to give you their feedback. If you can do the math, 1 minute to pitch or present, 2 minutes on feedback. That's 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Pretty good. And times 10, we do 10 of those. That means it's half an hour of this really fast lightning round stuff. We do another panel, second panel on emerging trends. They'll tell you about some of the new things that they're investing in. And then we do another set of lightning rounds. So we get 2 of those lightning rounds. So we get 20 of them, pack them in. At the very end of this thing called the venture fair, where it's just like a job fair. We'll get the investors, we spread them out throughout the room behind the table, and you get to talk to them. So it's really cool. It's like not really a pitch event. It's really just an opportunity to meet folks. So we're doing it, and we did it in New York. In April, and it was gigantic. We had 240 people and 27 investors. We did it again in Boston, and in Boston we had 23 investors and 230 people, and now we're doing it in San Francisco on June 4th. It's $10. This thing is like dirt cheap. We're doing it in Raleigh, North Carolina, if you want to join us. It's actually a little bit close. Is it closer or farther? I don't know. It's really awesome. The RTP, it's cheaper, a little bit cheaper. Come to RTP, we'll be there, and then we're bringing it to New York again in July 10th, and we'll bring it here. So when you see it here, definitely do it. But if you're, as I mentioned, if you're in search of money, this is the best we do. We got like so many awesome investors. It's all in the app, so download TechBreakfast, you go up, scroll up, you see all the, anytime you see a $ sign, that's our Ask a VC event. Do it. Any other events coming up? Meetups, weddings, bar mitzvahs, what you got? All right.
Hi there, my name is Caleb Smith. I'm available to start a new work, and I love making presentations exciting. So with a background in sales management, product development, and just a passion for great presentations, I can make your pitch or product sales pitch shorter, sexier, and stickier. It'll be like a midget bikini model dipped in honey. It's short, it's sexy, it's sticky.
That's quite a
If you want to be unforgettable, I'd love to help you work on your presentation, and I'm available to join your team.
I was thinking of taffy apple.
Taffy apple?
Yeah, it's short.
Yeah, especially if you want it to be small and round.
Right, exactly.
Well-rounded.
Yeah, it is. See, it's good. Anyway.
So, Caleb Smith, let's connect.
All right, good. Okay, that's good. Okay, events. I was looking more events, but that's good. That was all good, man. All right. Any other events going on? Happy hours. We need more opportunities for free beer here. We're gonna have to work on this. We got the free tacos. We need the free beer. Okay, guys. Okay, Dax or Dagan, the two of you guys, work on it. Let's squeeze it. Okay. If there's no other events going on in town, then we save the best for last. You're on.
All right. Also, you'll also have to excuse my accent, although I'm just from around the corner. I'm from Mexico. So anyway, show hands who wants to hear Kickstarter story. Well, I do. Well, anyway, so we did a Kickstarter last year. That's the Kickstarter. It was the PrettySmartLamp. It is still a beautiful alabaster lamp. It's made in Mexico, the alabaster. But as you can see, we didn't make it. So anyway, we learned several things. One of them, I think the most important one, is try not to do Kickstarters in December. No one wants to spend for several months later getting something. We learned that we had a crappy video as well. So if don't try to do the video yourself. I won't bore you showing it. You can see it on Kickstarter if you want to. If you're curious how to not to make a video, just go to this campaign. As a matter of fact, if you want to learn a lot of things that you should not do, this is the campaign to go. So anyway, this is the new campaign. It's live right now. We already made it. And let me tell you a little about the lamp. I love show and tell. So anyway, this is the PrettySmartLamp. It's called PrettySmartLamp because it's pretty smart, and it's a lamp. So anyway, you control it with your phone. You can do any color that you want. You can see it everywhere. You can do different color effects, etc. If you don't want to use your phone, you simply, I'll struggle here, you simply tap on it, turn it on, turn it off. If you really cannot find your phone, let me get this, I don't know. If you just double tap on it, it finds your phone. If you receive a call, good dog. Oh, shut up, Siri. Okay, if you get a call, it'll notify you. So you're doing whatever, it's a little bit over there, and you're receiving a call. So it starts doing a sequence that is telling you you're getting a call. This time I'm also getting it over here, so I'm getting it everywhere. So anyway, that's notification, SMS, lost call, Facebook, whatever, all kinds of notification. It also has a temperature sensor, light sensor, etc. So with that, what happened?
It just got bumped up in the car. That's right. Like, look at the back.
Oh, okay.
Somebody called it.
Yeah, it was I. Okay, so let me. So this is this will do more justice for the video. Can we have some?
You should have audio. You should just raise your volume.
One of the other lessons is when you're small, try to partner with big companies. It really works. One of the things that one of the findings is a lot of people likes the alabaster lamp, but they like the functionality, but they didn't want to pay for the alabaster. So one of the things was to make this off again, to make a less expensive lamp. So which one is it? The Congress co-working?
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there you go. Okay, so we had a little success story. We went to Tech Shop like early January, and in just 4 months we had a new kind of lamp, an inexpensive lamp, which is this one is mahogany and acrylic. They liked it so much that they basically they just opened tech shop in Europe, so they got us to the Maker Faire in Paris. This was two weekends ago. We're also going to be on the Mini Maker Faire, so you can go and check us out there. We're doing a design contest for kids making their own designs, and whoever wins the design is going to get a lamp. And the cherry on top is that this little company, that lamp, it's huge. It's like this big. So they like the lamp and say, well, we want a huge one. I don't know if you've seen their demo. They have some espresso machine over here that is doing automatic espresso from this tablet. So anyway, now whenever you have the espresso ready, the lamps start doing things, and that's part of what you're doing. So with that, I go to questions.
All right, good job. Good job in the demo.
Thank you.
That was a much better second video. That was
yes.
So well, I don't even want to look at the first one. So I don't want to oversimplify things, but it sounds like we've made basically a Bluetooth and wireless enabled notification device that basically that you can place in many places that's battery powered, that you can use for notification. And it sounds like you also have some feedback the other way with the tapping and the. So is that basically just like a sort of a notification and information device?
Yes, it is, and for finding your phone. As a matter of fact, it has so many different functionalities that we had to pick one for Kickstarter. So basically, it's PrettySmartLamp reloaded, second version. Find your phone. So anyway, our vision, the startup is PrettySmartHomes. So we're about home automation. Our vision is all things are going to turn into into smart things in the future. Now we have a smart door with people. Everything is going to turn smart the same way the cell phone turned into a smartphone, and it does so many things that you could not longer have just one device that do one thing, just phone calls. It has to do maps, it has to do email, whatever. So lamps, beds, table, chairs, all of them are going to turn into smart objects in the future. That's what we're doing. So we place different functionalities on the lamp because you already have a lamp over there, so it's occupying a space. It's a lamp that you like, but it'll do several other things like finding your phone, like giving you notification, like sensing temperature in the room, because where the Nest is, it's actually not sensing the room temperature. It may be very intelligent, but if it doesn't know the room temperature, it cannot give you the correct temperature at the room. I'm loving here. Yeah. Okay, another question.
So yes, let's go over here. Yep.
How is it interfacing with Nest and stuff? Do you plan on making like an API for this?
Okay, so it's through your smartphone. So several things. It does have an API. The API is working right now with, there's a local startup, it's called Yonomi. It's like If, but Pretty. So it goes with Pretty with us as well. So they're using the API. The way in which it's better, this lamp is also a beacon. So there's quite a lot of applications like If that are doing geofencing right now, in which you can do action, but you can only do action whether you're outside the house or inside the house. Now with this, you can do actions according to the room you're at. So like, for example, they can launch music. Now the music can follow you according to the room you're at. Because it's a beacon, it's like being a lamp, and it's part of all that multi-functionality that is being used because it occupies a space.
So there's obviously a lot of work being done right now in the whole, not just the smart home place, but also even like smart lamps. So, smart lights, the hue bulb, and all these bulbs you can control the color. Have you thought about a form factor for this that basically screws into a light fixture? So basically it's between the light fixture and the lamp. So basically I can buy like any lamp. I could turn my random house lamp into a notification device because I'm between my lamp and the light, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I perfectly know. So yes, I thought about that, but there's this little company called Philips that is already there. And it would have been crazy to try to directly compete with them. So I went one point above. It doesn't mean that we could not make a light bulb in the future.
It's actually not even a light bulb. I'm just thinking more of like it's sort of the adapt. Yeah, it goes between the light bulb and the lamp. And basically, your part basically allows me to control. Like I can flicker the light or whatever I want to say.
Okay, so
it's an LED and not going to burn out my incandescent. But
yeah, so someone already tried it and they failed. Basically, they're too bulky, and then you have to have enough space because you have a BLE connection there or a Wi-Fi or whatever you want to use, and it makes it too bulky. And it adds a lot to the...
I don't think Philips has figured out yet, even they should, but about the color abilities of the LED.
Yeah, they're trying to. That space is definitely maturing. Okay, cool. Any other? So talk about price points. So you obviously the Kickstarter was fun.
Yeah. So the early bird 66 is gone. It's going by 80 right now. It's like not that early bird. Okay, it wasn't 5 in the morning, but you're at TechBreakfast that early. And regular price is 95.
And how are you getting it out right now? Are you is it through word of mouth or just social through SEO? Or?
Okay, we're doing social media. We're spamming bloggers. They're not responding. So if you know media, please help.
There you go.
It helped events like this. This is like the third time this week that I've been in Capital Factory pitching. So pitching a lot, getting to interesting people like you. It helps a lot to spread the word.
Sounds good. Any other Final comments? All right, they've got that Tech Breakfast glazed over look, so all good. All right, good job. Good job on the demo.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. So, if there aren't any other further comments or questions, let me steal a handout. I'm going to steal yours, Bill. Oh, steal yours, thanks. So let's give a round of applause now to all of our awesome presenters today. So the folks from Peeple, and Peepsqueeze, and Connections, and PrettySmartHomes. I thought I could see a really cool mashup here. You knock on the door, it turns on a light. It's the thing now. So you got the video streaming, and then you scan your business card. It's all good. I think you guys did a great job doing live demos. So check them all out. That's really awesome. Let's also give a big round of applause and thank you to all of our sponsors who are keeping this event free and the tacos flowing. So Little Data and CBRE, Capital Factory, Texas, MSTC Program, Fisher Richardson, MaxPoint, Microsoft, WorldPay, and TriNet. We love you all. If you're interested in supporting us and sponsoring us, we'd love to have you. We'd love to present to you. There's one other thing for you. Oh, here's my handout. On the back, you'll see this thing called the Buyer's Guide. It's basically, we want to connect you, the community, with not just the sponsors, but with each other. And we're now opening this up to others who want to participate, especially if you're like a small design firm, or you're doing something in the community that's very local and you want to support the Tech Breakfast team, but also have us promote you. The Buyer's Guide is going to be in our mobile app. It's on the website. It's going to be pushed out by email. You'll start seeing it in the newsletters. If you're interested in participating, it's $4.85 a whole year. So it's pretty inexpensive. It's a good way for us to share the local folks who are doing cool things here and connect you in the ecosystem. Finally, two quick things. We're always looking for more presenters. So you saw how it works. Doesn't even need to be startups. We've had, IBM, Kaiser, they demoed Bluemix, so we have large companies, Microsoft, small companies, doesn't matter, university research projects. We've had some really cool stuff coming out of UT as well. So if you've got something cool and demoable and technology related, it can even be biotech. As I mentioned, we got robots here, we got nanotech, clean energy, it's all good. Just go to the website, click on the About Us, fill out the form. It's all the stuff that we need for the handouts, basically. That's good. And second reminder, we're going to be at IBM for the next one, North Austin. So we rotate between here and there, so don't get lost. Hopefully that'll be easy. And Kay, you got something to announce on that one?
Just parking is free.
Parking is free.
Anywhere you want to park, except
Anywhere.
for the ones that say handicap.
Yes.
Park anywhere around there. That was a question that came up last
Oh, really?
week where we're trying to figure out where they could park. And there's tons of parking. It's just anywhere you pick in the
Anywhere you
garage,
want.
in the open, just knock the
On the
handicap.
median and on the lawn.
No blue bonnet parking.
Don't park on the blue bonnets. Blue bonnets were out last time we were there. It was really great. Okay, well in that vein, get out there, do awesome stuff. Let's see you at the next Tech Breakfast.